subhanallah, Allah Akbar. Allah, He guides the heart. Allah Yahdi Menashe. I was strong. I was very, very strong. I had wanted to be Muslim, but just never knew how. So I felt very comfortable in my own skin. I felt comfortable in my faith. I was very, very strong, and everybody respected me. Everybody who loved me continued to love me, and I could to a statue of Mary on my knees. I would pray to a statue of Joseph. I would pray to the statue of Jesus on a cross, and he would be on the cross and his arms stretched and the blood coming, dripping from his arms and from his feet, and he had a crown on his head, and he had the blood dripping down his face. And we would pray in front of this cross, crying and to Jesus, because we knew he came to die for our sins. He came to this earth as God, incarnated into a human being, to die for me so I could go to heaven. And this was the way we were trained to believe that I can't get to heaven without being saved by Jesus. So the idea of, even in my own home, my grandmother who lived with us, we had one room which was like an altar. We had the statue. Because they loved me before, they continued to love me. The only one I had problem with was my family. I even, succeeded with the Jews. They respected me. They honored me. They continued to keep me in their company and interpreting for the deaf and blind. And I think they had a greater respect for me. I think because they knew I wouldn't have I wouldn't have covered and made a decision like this unless I was very serious. It was, being a Muslim in New York City wearing hijab was very big at that time, in the late 1989. Weren't a lot of Muslims in New York wearing hijab. If they were Muslims, they weren't covered, so it was, they were just few, but not to the effect of today. This is many years later. My family was the biggest difficulty in my life. They continue to be my biggest challenge, and I'm still working, trying to have them accept me. The great thing is, 2 weeks ago, my mother asked me to mail her a Quran. After 23 years, this was a great thing, because I used to be cursed for becoming Muslim.
After you became a Muslim, did you change your mind about Muslims and Islam?
It's a very interesting question. I had always loved Muslims from traveling in the Middle East and being in the Arab countries and the Muslim countries. I've always loved the people. That's what made me want to be Muslim, is the people, because they were so, their manners, their akhlaq, their behavior, their etiquette, that was phenomenal. They were the Arab people were some of the most hospitable people in the world. I was amazed at the kind of generosity and kindness and love from meeting people in that part of the world. It was very attractive. So the behavior is very attractive. But what ended up happening is, in New York City, I met so many Muslims, such a spectrum of different Muslims from all walks of life. And it was very surprising to me, because I thought I'm with the perfect people. I thought all the Muslims are perfect. So everyone who I met was Muslim. I was so excited and happy because I thought they were perfect. And then it was very hard for me if I found a Muslim who lied, or I found a Muslim who cheated, or I found a Muslim who stole something dishonest. It was really heartbreaking, because I thought I was with the perfect people. And then I had to realize and learn that the Quran is perfect, but the people are not. And that was a very big lesson for me, to know that this book is perfect, and the people are just struggling and striving and trying to, all of us are struggling. All of us are striving to get closer to Allah. And we're at different levels at different times in our life, because our iman can be high and our iman can be low. And So although my iman was very high because I had just taken shahada, it's a process, and that was my experience for being a Muslim community.
All the ideas impressed me most.
In Islam, I think the thing that I love the most about Islam is the unity. I love the fact that there were people who were from all over the world, from Indonesia, from Turkey, from Arab world, from Europe, from America, every single walk of life, Pakistani, Indian, had to convert into Islam. So it was a unity for humanity. It was a unity. We had the first time a religion that unites all humanity, unites all nationalities, unites all people because of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. This was magnificent to me. That all people from all countries, no matter what tongue, no matter what nationality, no matter what race they were, can all be united under one God. This was the most attractive. The unity.
What's your opinion about Islamic world nowadays?
Today.
Yeah, what are the problems? What are the solutions?
The problem is the governments. The problem is the government. The different governments, it's all about power, money, and control. The governments want power. It was very attractive.